Think we live, we live. Okay, we are live. Peace and love, everybody. Shout out to everybody who's about to be tuning in to the show. Who's gonna tune in to the show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in on Easter Sunday. We got my good brother from Good Brothas on here, so it's gonna be a good show. I'm definitely excited about it. We're gonna wait for some folks to get in here though to get started. So we don't got anybody in here yet, but I know we're gonna get some folks in here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started though for the sake of time. And so peace and love, everybody. Again, my name is Dwayne Anderson. I go by the name of Dwayne Anderson, aka Earthly Vine. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the show. This show is going to be a good one, y'all. I think this is episode 4. Episode 4, I believe. So I'm really, really excited about this because it's going to be a good show. We got my guy, Stefan Hawkins, on here. He's going to be talking about just his journey with entrepreneurship, the importance of giving back to his community, his coffee shop that he got, Good Brothas Cafe. And if you don't know what Good Brothas Cafe is, it's right there on the screen. So you can go check my guy out, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Good Brothas Cafe. Today's episode is curating knowledge to the community. And so curating knowledge to the community, I thought that was really important because, for one, Stefan is constantly doing that in our community in Harrisburg, which is where I'm from and he's from. And so I thought it would be the perfect title for this, to talk about that, of how he gives back to his community and the way that he gives back to his community. So I'm really, really excited to get him on here and kind of talk about that. But again, put in the chat what y'all drinking on. Definitely make sure y'all let us know what y'all drinking on. Like I said, I don't care if it's, if it's water, if it's apple juice, whatever the case may be. Put in the chat what y'all drinking on, what wines y'all drinking on. It's Easter Sunday, so y'all should be drinking on a little something, right, on Easter Sunday. So definitely put into the chat what y'all drinking on because we want to know what it is y'all drinking on. Again, if y'all not already, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Earthly Vine. And make sure y'all subscribe and like the videos on the YouTube channel, Uncut Uncorked. And so make sure y'all subscribe, share, do what y'all can. I greatly appreciate y'all support for just tuning in to the show. Tonight, y'all, I'm calling this the pre-show to the battle, right? Because we got the battle right after this. We got the Smooth Isley brothers, and then we got, them going up against Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let me know in the chat who y'all got. Okay? Do y'all got Earth, Wind, and Fire, or do y'all got the Isley brothers? Because for me, I got Earth, Wind, and Fire. I ain't gonna lie. I love the Isley brothers, great brothers. But I'm an Earth, Wind, and Fire guy. Love Holiday is one of my favorite songs of all time. So definitely put in the chat. Let me know who y'all got. Y'all got Earth, Wind, and Fire, or do y'all got the Isley brothers? Don't get me singing up here because I could definitely start singing. But make sure y'all do that. So, and I believe the battle's right after this. So tune into the battle. And make sure y'all check the battle out. And then we got SWV and Escape in May. And then I think we got Redman and Method Man on 420, I believe. And so I'm excited about that one too. But yeah, we're going to get into it, y'all. We got my guy on here. So we're going to get into it. So I'm going to bring him up on here. We're going to bring my guy. But before we do that, I got to get into the wine of the week really quick. So the wine of the week, what I'm drinking on, as you can see right here, here's the bottle that I'm drinking on. It's called Fetzer. Fetzer right now, let me put it up on the screen for y'all. It is a 2019 Sundial Chardonnay. And so it's a California wine. Really, really, really good wine. Has a lot of apples and pears and tropical fruits in it. And so it's good with pastas. It's good with meats. It's good with smoked meats as well. It's good with crackers. It's good with any type of light refreshment in a sense. So it's a really good wine. It was a gift actually from my mother. So shout out to my mother. She got me this. But it's around $10.99, I believe, in the store. So Fetzer is a good wine. Chardonnay. I'm not a Chardonnay drinker for real, but I'm gonna check it out though. And I tasted it already, and it's pretty good. So definitely make sure y'all check that out. Fetzer Sundial Chardonnay 2019. The vineyard I believe it was processed in is in California, so in Napa Valley. So all right, we're gonna bring my guy up on here though. We got to get him up on here, y'all. It's about to be legendary right here. Okay. Got one of the most legendary dudes in Harrisburg right now doing his thing. So let's cut all the chit chat and let's bring the guy on here. There you go. My dog. What's going on?
What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I'm just saying you get on all diesel with the muscles popping out. What's going on, man? You've been in the gym, I see, huh?
That's the shirt, man. I'm little, man. That's the shirt.
It's
a brand new shirt. Yeah, it's a brand new shirt. I was like, damn, yo, this thing was a little too tight. Make it look like I did some push-ups before I came down here.
But listen, man. For those who don't know, this is my good brother right here, Stefan Hawkins. I met Steph a little while ago through my brother, and ever since then, he always showed love to me, to my show, to everything. Every time I come past his establishments, he showed me nothing but love. He's tuned into everything that I'm doing. I'm tuned into everything that he's doing. I mean, this brother does a lot, man. I mean, this brother is the owner of Good Brothers Cafe, owner of House of Vegans in Harrisburg as well, owner of Fifth Acres Coffee. You know what I'm saying? I saw the P Funk blends. I saw all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got cooking up there. Really, 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 really. Yeah, bro. Really, really, really embodying Harrisburg, man. And so, first of all, that was a little introduction, bro. But just tell the people who you are and just a little bit about you so they can learn more about you, bro.
Stefan, as he said, born and raised here in Harrisburg. Was born out the South Side. I was raised uptown. I was like 50-50. Graduated from uptown. Yeah.
Okay.
I was born out the South, moved uptown when I was about 10. Moved around from like the hill and uptown like that next 10 years, and then I've been all over the city, high spire, everything since I turned like 20. But father, entrepreneur, uh, tried to go to college. That didn't really work out for me too much. I ain't
Okay.
really I gave up on it. I got bored or something. I was like, man, I'm gonna create my own little business. But I always wanted a degree. So I think I'm gonna go back. Like once my businesses settle down,
Yeah.
and I can get like a good hold on them, I think I'm gonna go back and try to get like an associate and see how that works out. But
Okay.
like I'm still here, still in the community, still trying to show a way I can give back and inspire people. But I
Yeah.
don't be doing too much. I'm trying to get my foot off the ground first.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. Listen, I'm digging that shirt. I gotta purchase one of them when I come back home. So
Yeah, man. Listen, this thing's a little tight. I feel like I like the Rock or something. like,
you've been in the gym, bro. You've been in the gym, man.
yeah,
But
this shit's alive.
but you talked about you talked about being a kid growing up. Growing up uptown, growing up out the South. Shout out to everybody from Harrisburg tuning in because y'all know what that's about. But kind of as a young kid growing up in Harrisburg, growing up in the South, High Spire, wherever it can be, like kind of getting into it, like as a young kid and adult, like where did the hard work come from, bro? Because you run like 4 to 5 businesses. So like for you, like
Yeah.
where did the hard work come from for you as a kid and as a young adult?
I'm a hustler, baby. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to know. Say
You
nah.
think?
Home said it best, man. I'm a hustler, baby. But nah, like I think it's like for the little bit of my time, like my dad wasn't always in my life,
Okay.
but I always remember something like about my mom and my dad. Like my mom worked at the same job last 20 years. Got up every morning, 5, 6 o'clock, caught the bus to work, never missed a day. You know what I mean? Like so, I saw her dedication to and understanding listen, I gotta get my ass up to work because one, I got bills and I got kids to take care of. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
and then for the little time that my dad was around, and my mom still actually compliments my dad about this part. And she was like, I don't care how much of a bum your dad may be or how much he wasn't really around, your dad went to work every day.
Mm.
Now I don't know where the money went because it wasn't coming to us. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
nothing against him, but he had dedication. So I think and then also too, like when I got into my 20s, I used to always tell myself, I'm like, yo, black women, because that's most of the women that I was exposed to my whole life,
Mm-hmm.
majority of my life. I was like, yo, black women can work 2, 3 jobs to make stuff work for them,
Yeah.
to with no excuses to bust their ass and get things done. Why is sometimes not all black men, but why is black men we can't make that one simple sacrifice to get our
Mm.
ass up and go to work? Oh, excuse
Talk
my
about it,
language.
bro. No, you can cut
You
you
know what I'm
straight.
saying? Oh my bad. I don't know. But so I'm like, man, my dedication has to be that of a black woman. You know what I mean? Like I gotta get my butt up and go to work every day. I gotta get my butt up. Like for like the last 2, 3 years, like until I opened House of Vegans, I was working 2, 3 jobs. Like I work one job, and then I go to the next job at night, and then on the weekend I have a third job. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
saving up my money because I wanted my life to change. I wanted to go in a different avenue of life. I didn't see myself no more working for these companies until I was 65. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
And then dying at 68, and then my job's posted. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's real.
either on retirement day or say I had a stroke at 52. You know, they be like, oh, we're gonna send some cars and flowers to Stefan's loved ones, but
Hmm.
we need somebody to take over his spot. You get
Yep.
what I'm saying? But I'm
Yep.
not saying somebody can't fill my shoes if I die today and somebody just be like, yo, I'm gonna open a good sisters cafe. You know what I mean? It can
Mhm.
happen. But at
Yep.
least I'll be like, okay, I know I tried. So my dedication and work ethic really comes from my parents. Like I said, even though my dad wasn't around constantly, my mom always gave him that much credit. Like your dad bust his butt when he did go to work. So I can give credit to my two parents for that.
Nah, that's dope, man. That's dope. I always say as kids, you know, what we see, like the things that we learn, you know, it comes from our first examples of it. And so, you know, you as a kid seeing that, you know, seeing your mother's work ethic, her talking about your father's work, like you saw that. That was your first example of it. So that's all you knew was the hustle. Go get it. You know what I'm saying?
You
Because you
got
seen them
to.
go and get it, and so you got to go get it. Uh,
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, man, you better get your butt up and go to work, man. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you at the end
yeah,
of the day. Cause when I hit 18, she was like, yeah, it's time to figure this out, boy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
That's what's up, man. I see you got a glass in your
Yeah.
hand. What you sipping on, boss?
Man, I still listen. I remember I was on this show like a
Yeah.
few months ago, right? I
Yeah.
still got this same bottle, this beauty juice. Like for
Okay.
real, I do. Like from the Brown Estate, a black-owned
Yep.
winery company
Yep.
out of
Uh-huh.
Cali. Yeah, I still got this bottle, but I got other bottles. But I came to find out that I don't have a corkscrew. I was trying to bring on, I was trying to bring on D Wade's bottle, one of his bottles. I got
I saw
three.
that.
I got I got D Wade's wine, and I wanted to give him a try. And I'm like, yo, I knew I was coming on this show for almost a month and a half and my dumb butt didn't buy a corkscrew to get this bottle open.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, this is a screw cap, so it's
Yeah.
already open. So I
Okay.
was like, I'm gonna bring this back out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got this. So I'm on white tonight. You know what I mean? I'm on
I
white for the
appreciate
Isley brothers. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Hey, listen. Ain't nothing wrong. I had that wine before. It's really good, man. It's really, really some like some
Yeah,
really good wine.
it's sweet. It's real sweet. Like I can drink wine like this. I'm not a wine drinker, but I can
Okay.
drink this wine. So I was like, okay, this is all right. I pulled it back out like 5 months later. I was like, as long as they ain't got an expiration date on it, we good. I'm gonna make it look good for the show.
Yeah.
So we out
Hey.
here, and I got Earth, Wind, and Fire tonight too. Probably by like the listen. As soon as they put on Reasons and September or whatever, like it's over. It's over.
It's over. I'm telling people,
Listen.
man. I love the Ozzy brothers. Mr. Big is a smooth
Yeah.
guy, but Earth, Wind, and Fire,
Yeah.
man. Them brothers are
My
smooth.
thing is, if Ronald Isley does it by himself, Mr. Big puts on Contagious, he might win about four or
He
five
might take it.
songs.
He might take it. Yeah.
Just play Contagious back to back for a
Yeah.
couple songs. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. Yeah, all
Yeah.
right, Ronald Isley got that. But you talking about 20 songs, because I know Versus do about 20 songs, right?
Yeah.
Close to
20.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, they can't compete with them. Like, you know what I mean? They can't
Yeah.
compete with them.
That's
But it's gonna
listen.
be good. It's gonna be a nice little old school feel. I mean, somebody gonna hit an electric slide in the middle of their living room or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, yeah, nah, it
So,
is. That's why, and it's the perfect day. It's Easter. It's the perfect day for it. So,
yeah. You
yeah,
know who I think they should have put up against, even though they only got one song, but it's been a hit? Frank Beverly and Maze.
I like
They
that.
should
I
have
like
put
that.
they should have put them up against like Earth, Wind, and Fire or something like that.
Yeah, I
And
like
he could
that.
have just played that one song, all
Yeah,
20 songs, and it would have been a
yeah,
rap. Like, yeah,
yeah. It would have
y'all
been. It would have been. Nah, that's fire, man. Nah, that's dope. But listen, I see you got the shirt on, man. So I first and foremost got to say, as I told y'all before about Stefan, he's the owner and creator of Good Brothers Cafe, which is located in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I can say I've been there 2 or 3 times in my short stay that I went home last time, and I love it, man. I love the vibe. I love everything. This book I got in the background, y'all can't see it right now. Y'all can see it in my wider shot, but I got this James Baldwin biography here, where I got from there. Wasn't expensive. It was what I think $19, 19.99. Good price for a book. Really good, man. So I guess kind of talk about good Good Brothers Cafe and kind of the meaning behind it. Because I love the name first and foremost. We'll talk about like what it is, why you created it, and like the meaning behind Good Brothers Cafe.
I created it because I honestly I got the thought to create it to create the cafe around the same time I was creating my vegan restaurant that's
Yep.
not open right now. But it was more so based upon like we needed more black businesses in the city of Harrisburg. We're 52 to roughly 53% of the population here, but we don't own shit. We don't own 53% of the businesses here,
Yeah.
especially in Midtown where my businesses are located. We don't own nothing down there. We're coming around now. There's two new black owned businesses that's just popping up, and there's about to be another one coming in the next couple months.
Okay.
But when you look around the city, we don't own nothing. We don't own the corner stores. We don't own no groceries. We own probably like two, three barber shops maybe, and I think like three soul food spots. And then
Okay.
right around the time I opened House of Vegans is right before House of Vegans is when George Floyd was murdered, whose trial, well, the cop that killed him, whose trial is happening right now. Hopefully he gets justice
Yeah.
this week. But it was an outcry for more black ownership, more black businesses to
Yeah.
support. So I was like, dang, what's something I could do down the road though? I was like, what's something I could do down the road that actually can inspire, empower, and I could, create the bring back our business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a coffee shop that's across the street from the cafe. I mean, from my vegan restaurant that I used to go in to get coffee from. Very good coffee, nice Serbian lady and her family ran it.
Okay.
So she's like, she's like, we're about to move in about 2 months. And now around that time, House of Vegans was doing pretty well financially, business wise. And I was like, man, y'all about to move. I was like, man, I want to know what they're gonna put in here. She's like, I don't know. Talk to the landlord and see what you could do. And I'm like, man, I already had the thought of a coffee shop, but I was thinking of a coffee shop in like 2022,
Okay.
into 2021.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I could probably do a coffee shop here. So
Okay.
So I had a conversation with my son's mother, my business partner at the time, and I was like, yo, you think we could take some extra money, put it to the side, and invest in a coffee shop? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, listen, if I could prove I could do the research and show you that I'm capable of running this coffee shop,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to invest in this endeavor together? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
together, take this little bit of extra money we got. She's like, we just opened a business. I was like, listen, my mind gets to ticking. I'm
Yeah.
ready to, you know what I'm
Ready
saying?
to go.
When I get bored, when I get an idea, I'm ready to pounce on it. And sometimes that could be good, sometimes it could be bad. I could be at fault for a lot of things.
Yeah.
But she's like, I trust you. I trusted you with House of Vegans, and you showed me that you're capable of bringing something to the community. You're capable of running it. So I'm gonna trust you. So we took some money, put it to the side, and put down money on the lease, put down money on the equipment. Once the Serbian lady moved out, exactly. Once the Serbian
Okay.
lady moved out, yeah, she was gone. I went to the landlord, the landlord of the building. I was like, yo, listen, I got this idea for a black owned coffee shop. I never seen one. 30 years of living here, I personally never seen one. They
Yeah.
said there was maybe could have been one, but in modern times, I never seen one.
Yeah.
So, and then the landlord was like, but what would you do to make it pop? And then when he asked me that question, that week, me, Jerry Tucker, and my whole boy Lawrence Williams, we all started a black male book club. You
Yeah. I
know,
remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, it's called Good Brothers Book Club.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, listen, and then I also heard of Uncle Bobby's down in Philly that's ran by Mark Lamont Hill,
Yep.
the famous commentator on
Yep.
CNN.
To the
Green,
news.
yeah. So I was like, yo, I could probably do something like Uncle Bobby's, but here in Central PA.
Yeah.
And so while the landlord's asking this, it clicked. I was like, man, I'm gonna put books in there. I'm gonna put African American or African black people books. You know what I'm saying? The dysphoria. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put African American and African books in here. That's gonna entice the black culture. All my paintings is gonna be black. I'm telling this to the landlord, and he's sitting there. He's like, this might work. And I'm like, listen, look what I did with House of Vegans. Just look what I did with House of Vegans. This is going to be the first one. This is going to be the first one of its kind in this area. I believe that it will bring in enough business to where his main thing was like, how you going to pay your rent? That's basically it. How you going to pay your rent?
Okay.
So I was like, listen, this is what I'm going to do. This is the first one of its kind. I think it's going to generate enough income to where I don't have to worry about rent. But this is about mid-pandemic.
Okay.
So he's like, okay, all right, I'm gonna give you a shot. So basically, bam, like it just came about. Like I was like, all right, boom, I want to open a coffee shop. Asked my son's mom. She was like, I'm gonna rock with you. And then when we started the book club, I was like, man, I'm gonna throw books in there. I'm gonna be like a Uncle Bobby's sort of, but in Harrisburg, you
Mm,
know.
okay.
So basically, we opened up on Martin Luther King Day, and we've been doing well since. Like we've been steady. We've
Yeah.
been real steady. There's been a lot of love, a lot of support. Like books aren't cheap, and people been coming in here grabbing these. No, books aren't cheap. Like period. But me trying to keep the shelf stocked, I've
Isn't
been like,
cheap.
oh man, yeah, it's not cheap. Like I want the shelves to look full, like you're in a
Yeah.
library, like you're. But everybody's like, listen, you only been open 2 months. Just chill, relax. You'll get the shelves full. Like, and then I talk to a lot of black-owned bookstores across the country, and they're like, listen, you got more books than I ever started with, and I was a bookstore. It's like at least you offer coffee, you offer desserts and pastries to kind of give another reason for people to come in there. You're not just a plain old bookstore. And it's like, and for you to start out with as many books as you did and still have so many books as you do, it's like you're ahead of the game only
Mm,
2 months in. And this is your first time running a bookstore.
yeah.
So they were like, listen, we commend you for jumping in here. There's not too many independent black male ran bookstores. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah.
There's not too many of us. Most people was like husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, something like that. Like this is ran by me, like personally by me. I'm trying to figure out. I end up hiring a little young lady that's very knowledgeable in books, ordering books. She stays up on what new books is coming around, and she stays on me. But
Yeah.
like, say if I depended on myself, like they say, I'm doing pretty well for myself. So I think
Yeah.
I pat myself on the back sometimes.
Man, listen, you doing more than well, bro. Like you ain't you. Come on, man. You doing it, man. Like that's what this show's about. Giving people their flowers. Giving black. That's why this season is Black Excellence. Giving black
Yeah,
entrepreneurs, black music artists, black scientists, doctors, whatever the case may be, their flowers while they're here. Because I grew up in Harrisburg. Like access to books wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? It was.
mm-hmm.
I mean, it was hard to get a good book. Like, I didn't get my first
Geared
black
towards
book.
us.
You said
Geared
what?
towards us. Geared
Yeah,
towards
that's what
us.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't get my
Yeah,
first black book until I got to college. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
yeah,
didn't. I like at least my first real like not like but not a children's book. My first black book I ever read
yeah,
was Malcolm X when I was a freshman in college, and
yeah, yeah,
it changed my life forever. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like from near on. So you're doing that. You're providing those resources, and the books aren't expensive. Like you know what I'm saying? You're not charging an arm and
yeah.
leg for these books. You're charging a
Nah,
good price.
I try to go a few dollars above, like not above, but like within market range. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
a lot of people don't know, like you can't compete with Amazon and book prices.
yep.
Amazon loses money every day selling books, but their job is just to get you on their website.
Yeah.
So a book that's like $10 on Amazon, they're losing probably like $2, $3 on the book. While
Mm,
I might charge 13, $14 for the book, but that's actually the market price. Amazon's like, we don't care about losing money. Their job is like, we call them the machine. Like, our job is basically we're competing against the machine. And you really can't beat them because they can buy thousands of books and then lose money on them and then write it off at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of times when people come in there, they can't. I be trying to tell them you can't compare us to Amazon because Amazon will drop their prices on purpose just to get you on their website. You know what I'm saying? Because once you put that book in your cart, you're gonna shop for more stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm, yep. That's so
So,
true.
so a lot of people don't really know that when they come in sometimes. But I try to price within $2 to $3 of market range, and where I can still make a dollar or two off the book. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to beat nobody because I want a good turnover rate with the books. Like I want the books to go out, and they've been going out like super fast. So
They
I'm
listen.
happy.
They have been, because I went on that rack. I was looking for things. I'm like, oh, these books a little slim over. I could tell my man selling some books. But what is your reading? Where did your passion for reading come from? Because you got this cafe, you got books. You know, you
Yeah.
start the book club. Like, where did that come in for you?
So honestly, I didn't start reading until I was in like my early to mid 20s. Like in high
Mhm.
school, man, we went to Harrisburg High. They didn't
Yeah.
push us to read. They didn't
Mhm.
push us to be like, this scholar of a student. It was like, man, if you come to school, you're gonna pass. And
Mhm.
I had that laxical daisy, nonchalant attitude when it came to high school. But when I got into my 20s, I realized really I didn't know how to read properly. Like
Mhm.
I realized like I failed myself, but and also sometimes Harrisburg School failed me too because they didn't push literacy to us as much or in English class. It was like, man, do this little packet for extra credit. We're gonna pull your grade up to a C or a B, and we're gonna get you up out of here.
Mhm.
So when I got older, I was like, man, I really don't know how to read. Like
Yep.
how was I sliding through popcorns? You know what I'm saying? Like I look good for like a little paragraph, but when it came to reading a whole book, I was like, man, I really don't know how to read. I really
You was
don't know what
Floyd
none of these
Mayweather
words.
there, huh?
Yeah, what was up, man? Nah, I wasn't that bad. I wasn't that bad, but I was close. I was close.
I'm joking with you, bro.
But I was like, yo, I start. But then I was like, yo, there's a lot of good books out there. There's a lot of well written books. So like my early 20s, my mid 20s, I read, constantly read. That's when I was like still trying to like work in like 1, 2 jobs and like
Mhm.
bull crap jobs, and they wasn't really going nowhere. And I just picked up a book and just kept reading. I really don't know like where this entrepreneurial bug just hit me at, but I
Yeah,
figured it out. And once I turned 30, I was like, man, I can't play no more. I wasted my 20s.
it's go time,
I
huh?
got yeah, I got to stop playing, man. I can't. I gave all my 20s away to nut stuff, so I got to do something in my 30s.
Yeah, now that's powerful, man. That's dope, man. Because I know you're a father too. So the fact that your
Yeah,
kids see you doing that, your family see you doing that, that's going to resonate with them. And I know you got a bookstore,
yeah,
so I know you're going to give them books. You're going to teach them how to read all those great
yeah,
things. So it's breaking those
yeah. They love.
generational curses, bro. And you doing that.
Yeah, trying to. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Nah, that's for sure. Shout out to Pieces of Me. She said that's dope. We need more black owned coffee shops, and so I would agree. I would agree 100%, man. But there's a point you touched on that I think is important for entrepreneurs and specifically young entrepreneurs to hear. You said you were working 2 to 3 jobs at one point, still trying to
Mhm,
start your business. You still had your 9 to 5, still trying to like start
mhm.
up your business. What was that like? Right? You working a nine to
It was,
five trying to work, trying to start a business. So
yeah, like a lot of people don't know, man. Like I barely slept. Like
yeah,
like
I can only imagine.
you be thinking I'm playing. Like sometimes, man. Like I drove trucks for Pepsi. All right,
Yeah.
first I started off as a merchandiser. I started off as a merchandiser for Pepsi, and I did security at the strip club Savannah here too. And then
I
I
know that.
also
Okay.
had a little, yeah. That's how like me and B Word got real cool over the last few years.
Mm.
But what happened? And I did like a little part-time job at like McDonald's, or I delivered pizzas for Domino's. Like, you see what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, I was
Yeah.
anything to make an extra couple dollars because one, I didn't have a college degree. Two, like there's just not really that many well-paying jobs here in the city of Harrisburg like that.
Mm.
So you gotta make ends meet. And like I said, I always go back to like black women, how you'll see a black woman doing this. Like one work for the state, but then part time, they go do DoorDash, Uber Eats, something like that on the side. And I'm like, man, if I could see all these women doing this, why can't I put my pride aside? Like I'm not above working minimum wage for a third job to make my ends meet because it got me to where I am now. But once House of Vegans opened, I still drove trucks. I still drove trucks for Pepsi. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? I would get up at 5 a.m. and go drive a truck for Pepsi, get off work. My son's mom, she run the restaurant, and then I come and go help them. And then we'd go home about like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I get up, we'll wind down, do a little family time, spend some time with my son. So about like 12, 12:30, and I'm back up again at like 5 a.m.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Trying to get to work at 6. And that was
Yeah.
my life like for like 2, 3 years while I'm saving money. Like I
Yeah.
opened House of Views on my own dime. Like I don't got no business loans. I didn't have no grants. I didn't have
Mhm.
no grandma that left me $20,000. It was all my money. You know what I'm saying? That got me in the door. And then I used basically more money to invest in the cafe. But
Mhm.
man, even now, I still be like, I still don't get like 6 hours of sleep to me is like a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Like
a
I'm like,
fact.
whoa, I'm well rested. I'm ready to take on like 2, 3 days off of this 6 hours.
Yeah.
So like my body's used to like sleeping more than 6 hours. I'm like, yo, I'm wasting my day. It's something that I could have accomplished. But people be
Mhm.
like, you gotta slow down and take a break. But I'm like, I didn't slow down and take a break to get here. So why would I slow down to take a break right now? I'm trying to basically, keep opening doors for myself as an entrepreneur. But I do have to like reset sometimes because sometimes I can get a little over anxious when I'm trying to accomplish things. So it's more so just like, yo, keep going, go, 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 go.
Mhm.
Because going got me here. Why stop now? I'm not done. Like I'm not done. So why
Yeah.
put on the brakes because my cafe opened? Oh, what's that mean? That don't mean nothing. The cafe can fail, 2, 3 months from now. Then what happens then? My work ethic is gone. My dedication is gone. Nah, I can't lose that fire within myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now that's dope. You say that, and I think too. I think like some people get resting and hard working confused. Like
Yeah,
you know that work ethic is important. That work ethic is important. That eagerness, that mentality is important. But rest is, but you also got to rest in there. But understanding that rest don't mean just sit around and do nothing for hours at a time.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
rest, do what you got to do. Maybe take a day, whatever you need, and then you right back to it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is for me. Like throughout my week, like my Sundays is my day to reset. I know that's my day to reset. I work Monday through Saturday on my show, on my 9 to 5, on everything that I'm doing. And that Sunday, I'm preparing for my show. That's me resetting, coming back into that. So
hmm
I think that's important, bro. And I think that it sounds like you recognize that you do like need that time to reset sometimes, but you still going in a sense too. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
nah, that's dope, bro. That's dope. Uh, but now, man, I wanted to first and foremost, man, this episode is fire because I feel like in the city of Harrisburg where I'm from, uh, I didn't see this growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't
Yeah,
see this growing up. I
that's
my
what I
mom
thought.
didn't take me to a black owned coffee shop. She didn't take me to a black owned vegan restaurant. She didn't put me in book clubs, none of that. So what you doing is groundbreaking, man. So I just really want to salute you on that. And I know you talked a lot about
Yeah.
your family and a lot about your people, that you have in your life. Talk about how that like that sense of community like really helped you. You know what I'm saying? Like get to where you're at in terms of your entrepreneurship, Good Brothers Cafe. Because I know the city was behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing,
Yeah, the city has this the city has this way, man. Like
yeah,
they love a good story. You know what I'm saying? They root for you if you show them you're worth rooting for.
yeah,
And I think that comes with any small business. People want to buy into the brand, but they also want to buy into the person as well. Like, what is your story? What is your backstory? Like, I don't want to just support no nut or some wacko. So a lot of times they're like, okay, he hustled, he's from here, he bust his
mm,
butt. I can see myself doing that, especially during this pandemic. Like so many black businesses sprouted up during this pandemic. Because the only thing I keep telling people, only thing a lot of people, black people need is opportunity and money.
talk
You see
about
what I'm
it.
saying?
Mm,
Like once we get the money and then you give us a little wiggle room into the door, oh, we're gonna kick this thing open.
talk about it.
So so 2020 was like a blessing for a lot of black people. They're like, yo, you giving me a free extra $2,000. Oh, I'm about to try to start this business. I'm about to flip this. I'm about to do this and that. And
Hmm.
then if it takes off, like I'm set. I'm set. This is just an extra job, but I'm working for myself. A lot of people like, yo, listen, I'm tired of telling somebody telling me what to do. But the city, man, the city show love. Like the city's definitely behind me. I'm meeting a lot of new people. That's like, yo, I'm rooting for you. Thank you
Yeah,
for providing the space, and that keeps me going. That keeps me encouraged, especially when I see little kids come in and they be like, oh man, look at this book, look at this book. And then the mom's like, thank you for this. I'm like, yeah, I know, you know. And I'm always self conscious of the limited amount of books I got. I be wanting people to come in and be browsing like they in the
Yeah,
Library of Congress or something. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Or
yeah,
they in a
yeah,
nice college library. My space ain't that big that can be compared to a college library. But I just be feeling self-conscious, like, man, we're gonna get more books and soon. She's like, nah, don't worry about that. Take your time. Just
yeah,
having this space and providing this as an opportunity is enough within itself. She's like, I can see the vision, I can see the dream coming. So a couple months from now, a year from now, when this place is fully full of books and you know we up here browsing and the place is packed because people don't know what book they want to grab, you'll be satisfied. So don't be worried about like right now. And I'm like, you're right, you're right, you're right. I know as much as people tell me, I still like, you know what I'm saying, I always want to put the best business, the best brand forward for myself, you know what I mean? Because I'm setting the standard in a way. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like
talk about
if somebody opens another book cafe like I did, they're gonna be like, is this like Stefan's? Is this like, you know what I mean, the one down there in Midtown? So I'm like,
it.
okay, if you want to start, we can't come in here half-assing. We can't come in here, you know, not representing our culture to the fullest and showing these people that, like, yo, there's more to us than, you know, the stereotypical bull crap that they see on
Yeah,
TV. You know what I mean? Or the biased thought process that they already had about us anyway. Even though
mhm,
there's positive images about us all throughout TV and all about our culture, you know, people only pay attention to the negative.
it's a
So so my main thing is like, listen, when people walk in here, I want to see the best representation of the black culture, especially Black Harrisburg, that they see. And I'm just so conscious of the book, but people rooting for me, people showing me nothing but love. And then like I was saying before we got on here, you'll be surprised. I'm in Midtown. Midtown's been gentrified a little bit.
mhm,
You know what I
yep.
mean? They don't want to really talk about it, but we know, we can see it.
Oh hell
But
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But we sat back one day, me and the Good Brothers on a Saturday. We sat back, and it was almost similar to House of Vegas. I saw more white people walk in my establishment than I did see black. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And white people was like, "Oh, this book. Oh, yeah, can you order this book for me? Have you heard of this African American author? Have you heard of this African American children book?" And I'm like, "Shit. All right, well, thank you for helping me." You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Because you're putting me up on stuff. But even white people and other races, you know what I'm saying, that have frequent the business, they're like, listen, thank you for being here. Thank you for providing a space so that I can bring my white child here and show him black culture. You know what I'm saying? Like white people want to be awoken too. They want to wake up a little bit themselves. So just hearing like white people rooting for me, hearing black people rooting for me, it keeps me motivated. Like, okay, I'm doing something right. I feel like
yeah,
I'm doing a lot right, and I shouldn't feel self conscious that I don't have every African American written book, every black author written book in the world because people are like, you don't got this book, you don't got this book. Like, no, but I can get it in for you. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna write it down, and then when you get it, just let me know. I'm like, all right, cool. Thank you for being considerate and understanding that I don't have every black authored book in the world, but you're willing to work with me to provide this space for you. And it's like, listen, you're here. I'd rather buy from you than I go to Barnes and Noble or Amazon. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate that more than anything, you know?
yeah, yeah. No, that's listen. I say that all the time. Like it's all education, bro. What you providing is all education. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
always say this. I always say, and unfortunately it took this, but the George Floyd situation woke a lot of people up. Like
Woke a lot of people.
that was a situation that woke a lot of people. It's been happening for 400 plus years, but it took that situation to really wake everybody up. You know what I'm saying? And so I think
No, go ahead. My bad. My bad.
go ahead, bro.
No. I was about to say, when you watch a man look at you in your eyes, like he literally stared at the camera down there for
Hmm.
9 minutes. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
when you watch a white police officer look at you down there for 9 minutes, he looked at that little girl's camera for 9 minutes as he sat on
thanks.
that man's neck watching that man die, like that's triggering, man. Like I don't care if you got a conscience, obviously that shit's triggering for you. Like,
That's a
come
fact.
on, like That's fucking murder. You know what I'm saying? So it's bad, and I didn't want him to be that sacrifice, but
Yeah,
I
it's
think it
sad.
was needed now. It was needed because the culture of this country has really changed in the last year and last what 10, 11 months, 10 months and some days. But
Yeah,
it was
man.
needed. Man. Education is needed, man. People need to understand what Black Americans go through in this bullshit country sometimes. You know.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, and that's why spaces like yours is important because it's education. Like it's people where people can bring their children in there to get educated. You know, to learn about the black experience. People can come in there because it's black when you go in there. It's from black paintings
Yeah,
to black books
black as
to
hell. Black as hell.
to
The
everything. You know what
workers,
I'm saying?
the owners, the workers, everything's black as hell in there. You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel
Like,
me? To the
yeah,
music,
black
everything, and I
people.
love it. And so it's
Yeah,
education, and so these people get that experience, and they want to support black businesses now. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
I'm,
They
I'm I'm
want
from
to.
Harrisburg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like Midtown, man. That was the hood back in the day. You know, down there,
yeah.
like you go like literally 4 blocks down on Green
That
Street.
was
That
the
was the
strip.
hood.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That was strong roll. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You go down there and get a piece of pie and a piece of pie, like for the same price. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a that's a
You know what I
fact,
mean?
man.
You know what I mean? You can same price, baby. You want some pie with that pie? I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a that's a
so,
fact,
so,
man.
so for like, and honestly, it happened before our eyes. Like, and people
Yep.
don't understand. Like, man, it's about to be even more gentrified down there. So
Mhm.
we gotta get in while we can. Black
Yeah.
people gotta understand. Like, listen, and people be thinking we lying. When we like, yo, take your money and invest in something
Hmm.
because there is so much money out there for us. Yes, we can't always get in the door because systematic racism, banks being racist and biased, redlining, educational racist system. Like there's so much stuff put against us. But like I said, there is opportunity when money talks. Like when I went into all of my landlord discussions, tenant discussions for each of my businesses, as long as I was able to produce money and said, yo, listen, you don't got to worry about your bills, da 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 da. They was like, all right, I'm willing to take a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hmm.
Now, luckily, the people I dealt with wasn't racist and be like, I don't give a fuck if you do got the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
just not dealing with no black people. So I was lucky in that aspect. Like my landlords aren't racist or wasn't
Hmm.
at least racist to the fact of money. Like, all right, he got green, I'm gonna still deal with him. But we just need the opportunities, man. We need a lot of opportunities. And when people, you see those memes going around like, man, take this 1,500, invest in the stock market, real estate, da da
Yep.
da da da. You like, man, 1,500 just bought you a, you know what I mean? Like they like,
Yeah.
yo, forget that vacation. Set yourself up for the next 10 years. Like I didn't take a vacation. I haven't been nowhere in probably 2 years. Like I might go to Philly or something like that, but that's
Yeah.
like a day trip. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't
Yeah.
been to Miami. Man, all my money goes back into my businesses. All my money is trying to keep a business afloat, trying to look at for my next endeavor. Because I'm like, listen, I'm trying to set myself up to take a vacation when I want to 5, 10 years from now.
Hmm.
But I'm doing it on my own dime. Like, listen, this is my business. I can go leave and leave my employees here. I don't gotta schedule off with my employer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't gotta ask somebody else. Like, yo, do I still got vacation time? No, this is my vacation. I'm gonna take this week and let y'all run the shop while I go over here to Puerto Rico or Cancun or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing
Yeah.
that right now in 2021. And I be telling people like, listen, even if you don't know what to do, give it to me and I'll help you figure out something to do with your money. You know what I mean? And people been trying to, they been trying to find their way. But it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Like
That's
this
yeah.
pandemic this pandemic has some ups and downs, but it provided a lot of time for you to think like, where do I want to be in the next
Mm,
5 to 10 years? Where do
that's a
I see myself? Because it sat us down, it sat the world down to be like, yo, really, you really had to, what I'm saying, realize and reflect. Like, where do I want to be? Like when this pandemic opens back up. So
hmm
I'm trying
That's
to be set.
yeah. Hey, listen, man, and you doing it, bro. I keep telling you that, man. You really are doing it, bro.
I'm
Because like I
trying.
said,
I'm
it's
trying.
it's, it's, it's education. It's free game you give
Yeah.
into the community. I know other people be having book clubs in your cafe, like which is
Yeah.
pretty dope. They be doing great things, man. Which is
It's
amazing.
women. I'm trying to get men to come read a book, man. Like, and I met a couple good brothers, like good brothers that came down there and bought books, and it
Yeah.
always it don't shock me, but it makes me proud when I see black men buying literature, and they're like, and it's not a hood novel or you know what I'm saying, a financial literacy book or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't down there trying to buy Rich Dad Poor Dad. They're down there actually buying nonfiction books. You know what I'm saying? They're down there actually expanding their mind past like, oh, let me get the 48 laws of power and figure out how
Yeah.
I can beat the man at his. Nah, fuck all that, man. Just go enjoy a book. Just read a
Yeah.
book and have an imagination about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't
Yeah.
always got to be the most strategic, militant black man walking around. Have
Yeah.
fun. Read a fucking Harry Potter book or some shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
relax. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
relax,
Yeah.
fall back. But it gives me joy and pride when I see black men coming down there to buy a book. Someone like yourself, you know what I'm saying? But I already know you're a well-read, conscious, woke black man. So
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't, I didn't, I didn't expect nothing less from you when you came into the
I
cafe. But
appreciate that.
it's just always, it's always a thrill to see other black men I don't know and never encountered coming there shopping for books and perusing the show. And I'm like, wow, okay, this is working. This is going to be something a few years from now. But it just opened a lot of doors. I met so many good people, man. Like, and
Mm.
doors are just continuously open. Like now, I got the coffee brand ready to take off.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
trying, yeah, man. I'm treating that like the game, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put me in. Put me in this thing. You know
What,
what I mean?
what
Like,
do you mean, coach?
put me in, like put me in, coach. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just,
That's a
I
fact.
was just 50 off the bench. You put me in this mug, like you know what I'm saying? Like I would be a starter after this, man. But Fifth Acres right now can probably be generational changer for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like if it really catches on, it could be generational change. The cafe is legacy changing. Like
I think we lost my good brother. I think we lost him. We're gonna get him back on here though. It's all cool. Shout out to everybody in here. We appreciate y'all joining. We having some good conversation. It's amazing. Put in the chat who y'all got tonight on the battle. I got Earth, Wind, and Fire. Love Holiday favorite song, and not just because of Steve Harvey. That's really one of my good songs. Don't make me start singing up here now because I could bust out a tune. I used to sing in the choir back in the day and all those different things, so I could do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get my good brother back up on here soon when he get up on here. I'm not sure if it's the Wi-Fi. We got my man Teddy Riley over there, a little shaky. Stefan Riley, that's what I'm gonna call him when he get back on here. Wi-Fi, a little shaky. Nah, I'm joking. But listen, put in the chat what y'all drinking on. I want to know. We want to know. Again, we're gonna get my guy back up on here, but we want to know what y'all drinking on. You know what I'm saying? So definitely let us know what y'all drinking on, because we want to know. They said let's hear a song. Okay, Whitney, talk about let's hear a song. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that. Don't make me put my Bluetooth on right now and start, singing on here. I don't want to get got for no copyright infringement. So we gonna keep. But listen, we got my guy. We're gonna get him back up on here. We talking Good Brothers Cafe. My guy Stefan Hawkins. He's the owner of Good Brothers Cafe, Fifth Acres Coffee, all those great things. If you're in Harrisburg, make sure you check him out on 1419 North 3rd Street, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Y'all can see the address up on the screen. Good Brothers Cafe. He's also the owner of Fifth Acres Coffee as well too, which is a great coffee brand. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I hear nothing but great reviews about it. So it's in multiple shops in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So make sure y'all check him out. Harrisburg is my hometown. That's what bred this brother you see here today, and I'm happy. To kind of come from that space. So, what we're gonna do is, y'all, we gonna transition into the question piece. So when Stefan get back on here, we just gonna go straight into the question piece. So if I have any questions, please put them into the chat. So that way we could go ahead and ask Stefan any questions that y'all have. So any questions for Stefan, please make sure y'all place them into the chat, because it's gonna be, we definitely want to do that. And when we get him back on here, we're gonna play a little game with him. But what y'all drinking on, y'all? I mean, y'all really haven't been telling me what y'all drinking on. We want to know. My man Cortez, shout out to Court in the building. He said he got Earth, Wind, and Fire. Don't play with him. Listen, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you on that. Here my guy go. Here he go right here. So listen, any questions y'all got for Steph, put it in chat. Put it in the chat. We taking any questions. I mean, the good brother, you know, he's open. So any chat y'all got up on, we gonna get my guy up on here. There you go. He back up on there. What's going on, bro? Everything good?
My bad, yo. Like, listen, I didn't know my phone was about to die. Like,
now you, hey, listen, bro. We good. We just convert this regular right here. This regular is what we do.
Bad. I apologize. I didn't mean to mess up the show.
Listen, man, you can't mess up the show. You make the show. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna do that. You make the show. You know what I'm saying? But listen, though, any questions y'all got for Stefan, make sure y'all put them in the chat. We got Pieces of Me says she drinking on water right now. Any questions that y'all got, whether it's about entrepreneurship, wine, whatever the coffee, whatever the case may be. Whitney says she loved the spirit of excellence. Shout out to her for, you know, for that. Yeah, because this brother is an excellent brother right here. You said what?
Trying to be. I'm trying to get there, man.
Listen, you is. But listen, while they put some questions into the chat, bro, I want to play a little game with you, right? You know, we talked a lot about you know what it is, entrepreneurship, Good Brothers Cafe, and all this and that. But we're gonna play a game called This or That. And so I'm gonna give you two answers, and you can choose which one. Okay?
All
or
right.
I guess like two things. So the first thing I'm gonna give you is wine versus liquor.
Okay. Liquor.
Liquor? Okay, I kind of knew that was coming. Yeah, I knew that.
I don't really drink wine like that.
Okay.
I'm a liquor guy.
Liquor guy, okay.
Yeah.
Coffee versus tea.
Coffee all day. I don't like tea. It's
I
bland.
knew that was
coming. Like it's no flavor to tea to me.
Are you decaf or
no? I'm caffeinated.
Caffeinated, okay.
Yeah, you gotta fire me up in the morning.
Okay, got you. Fire him up. I like that.
Yeah.
No, I know these two. When doing my research on you, I know these two are big inspirations in your life. So Diddy versus JayZ.
Oh shoot! All right. I'm gonna go hold, man. Like I'm gonna hold.
I knew that. I knew that was coming. I knew it.
One time, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
JayZ is more of a bigger influence on me than Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like Diddy actually was making a lot of moves that before Jay was, like with Ciroc and you know clothing and everything like that. But I think JayZ being like the lyricist that he is, and then also, you know what I'm saying, just he had a bigger impact on me, like between music, business moves, even though some of them mimic Diddy in a lot of ways, it just hit different. You know what I'm saying? It hit different for some reason to a lot of people. And I mean, you can't get past the God. You know what I mean? Like
that's a fact.
Like House of Vegans, hold like so.
Yeah, I knew it.
And I'm a Kanye fan too. So
Kanye, okay.
Yeah, the Rock, everything. So I think it's more impactful through hold.
Okay, got you. I think I knew that. That's why I kind of threw that out.
Yeah, definitely. And I with both of them though. You know what I mean? They give inspirations, but I'm more of a Jigga fan. Okay, got you. Okay, all right. So Martin versus the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah. All right, hold on. Whew.
That one stumped you right there. Okay.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I can watch every episode from both, but no shit. I don't know, man. Like, all right, Martin. Only reason why Martin because I liked it the way he was Otis, Jerome, Roscoe.
Yep.
Like that. Those little skits in between was hilarious to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
Fact.
And I like I'm more of a person that's like multi-talented like that. Like the Clumps, Eddie Murphy, things like that. Like I like people that can do different roles. Like Fresh Prince was funny, but everybody was their character. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They didn't change roles and had different people in there. So I go with Martin just because of like Jerome and Roscoe and Otis and Dragonfly Jones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dragonfly. People be forgetting about that. Now that's real. Okay. And the last one we're gonna do is favorite book right now. Favorite book right now.
I'm really into this. I would say the Nickel Boys right now. I'm really liking the book. That's the book we're reading right now in our book club. I'm actually pretty much done with it. I'm just like, I've been procrastinating because our next book club meeting is on the 13th. Yes, April 13th. But it's about a boys' detention camp down in Florida that, you know, a couple kids and everything went missing. And the detention camp was basically like murdering the black kids, raping them, abusing them, you know, and then they go bury their bodies in this unmarked grave, you know. So I'm really like into this book because I'm like, damn, it just shows like how we can get lost in the system and nobody will like really look for us until like they find out something's wrong with us. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
So that right now is probably one of my favorite books, and I'm reading it currently. But Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man was pretty good.
Okay.
All my book club books really was like most of the books I read recently since my
Okay.
businesses opened. So I can really like vouch for all of them.
Okay. Got you. Got you. No, that's dope, man. That's dope. We got some questions in the chat. Shout out to Whitney for joining. She said, "What does legacy changing mean to you?"
Legacy changing.
And I'm assuming she mean like, you know, kind of shifting the culture. Like, what is your legacy? Like, I guess, how does your legacy plan to like impact and shift the culture and change the culture in a sense for what you're doing right now?
I honestly, somebody asked me that before, and I don't think, as much as I'll be like, okay, I did this, I did that, I don't really think I wrote my legacy yet. I don't really think I really changed it yet because
Humble.
I don't
like
think
it.
I made my
I said, listen, you sounding real humble right now, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Nah, like honest, bro, like people got to understand sometimes. Like I'm in my body. Like y'all watching this, but I'm in my body, looking like at the next business. Like I get up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I gotta run a business. Y'all like, yo, this dude is doing something amazing, and I'm like, no, it's not really amazing yet because I don't really think it made its full impact yet. I don't think the city really understands what we have here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why I should sit back and count more white people coming in an all black establishment than black people on a given day. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, until we can really change the culture and change the mindset of the culture, I don't think I made my impact yet. That now, you know, if my businesses fail, you know, 10 years from now, they're like, yeah, that's the dude that had the 2 restaurants. Yeah. But he failed. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He failed. That's nothing. That's not a legacy I want to have. Like, yeah, he did it, but he failed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta get to like whole stability. I got not a billionaire, but just like, yo, I made good business deals along the way. Now I got fruit of my labor. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bad about our culture is too, like, as much as they'd applaud for you to win, they will ridicule you for losing too. You see what I'm saying? We'll ridicule you for losing too. And a lot of times you'll be surprised, a lot of people root for you to lose more than you to win. You know what I mean? But when you do win and you do like smile in their face, like, you know, I can get on Facebook and Instagram like, yeah, I got a business. That's what they expect of me. That's what they want from me. But when I get on there, I'm like, yeah, man, thank everybody for coming out. If you just bought, you know, a $2 cup of coffee or you bought a book, a t-shirt, things like that. And they like, yo, he's very humble. You know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing bad about him. You know what I mean? But I don't think my legacy is really written because I don't think I made my full impact yet. And
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I really made my full impact yet. But to really like answer her question, you have to stamp yourself in like everybody's mind. Because there's still people that's like, oh, I just heard about you. You know, and I only been open 2-3 months. I want it to be like, yo, we're going down to Good Brothers, or yo, okay, that's the guy that owns Good Brothers. I don't want to be like famous, but I want my brand to be recognized more. I don't want us to still having first time customers that live in the city. Like, oh yeah, I just found out about y'all. Like, you should have been knew about us. If you black in Harrisburg, I feel like you should have been knew about me.
That's
you know
a fact.
I mean?
That's a fact.
That's my thing. Like, it's only 50,000 people that live here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and 52% of it's black. So 25,000 people should have heard about Good Brothers already.
Yep.
That's how I feel. That's my legacy. Like when I can walk around and people are like, okay, that's Good Brothers. Or not even me. When people come to Good Brothers or people recognize Good Brothers outside of social media, I feel like my legacy is starting to write itself a little bit more now. You know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense.
Like
Yeah.
the brand being recognized, the brand being recognized for what it's doing for the culture. Like, okay, that's a space. And then also, if another person opens up something similar to Good Brothers, okay, I started a trend. Now we got more black empowered businesses. You know what I'm saying? And that's unapologetically black about themselves. Like when you come in there, you know this is ran by somebody black, and they're not afraid to show it or say it. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, bro.
Yeah.
That's a fact, man. That's powerful, man. You always, bro. I know we don't talk every day, man, but you always an inspiration to me. I tell my brother all the time, you're an inspiration to me, man. I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? I look at you as like a big bro. I appreciate everything you do, all the wisdom, allowing me to, come in your spaces and be in those spaces,
man.
whether it's some House of Vegan to Good Brothers Cafe, man. You doing it, bro. Like you really inspiring people in our city. You know what I'm saying? Like you already a legend in Harrisburg. It's just more so about taking that beyond Harrisburg at this point and getting the world to know about how House of Vegans and Good Brothers.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want. That's what I think Fifth Acres could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like the coffee
I would
brand.
agree.
That's
I would agree.
Like soon, like right now, I'm in a couple locations, I'm in a couple stores, but I think me partnering with this grocery store, and once I get the nod for that, it's going to really set my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, one of the first black-owned coffee brands in the state of Pennsylvania is now being carried by one of the biggest grocery stores in the state as well. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
now that's legacy writing. That's a legacy writing because that's a big partnership. Like, okay, I started the coffee brand only March? It's April. It's April. 5 months ago. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I really start marketing and branding the bags like 3 weeks ago. So when this grocery store hit me up, it was like, yo, we want your coffee in our store. I was like, okay, now I'm starting to make headway. Now I'm starting to write this legacy now because now I can get recognized on a national level. You know what I mean? Now I can get recognition in the city. Like, okay, he's not no fly-by guy. He's actually making efforts and showing like this can be done because you got to realize I started down the entrepreneurial path last July. I haven't been an entrepreneur for a year yet.
That's a fact. Man. That's crazy to think about that, though.
Yeah, listen, House of Vegans opened July 19th, 2020. It's March 2021. I haven't been a full entrepreneur yet a year, and I already owned and operated 4 to 5 businesses. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's being recognized. Like House of Vegans was starting to be recognized across the nation. Like I had people calling me from Cali, Texas, you know what I'm saying, and getting in magazines from all across the country. And then now Good Brothers is starting to get a little bit more recognition too because I'm in the book world. So a lot of black authors are reaching out and like, hey, I want to partner with you. I heard about you. And then now just being recognized in the coffee world, like, okay, we got a black man that drinks, sells coffee, roasts coffee, and has his own coffee brand. Like I'm hitting a lot of avenues, vegan, coffee, books, and people are starting to recognize me. Now you can say, okay, this good brother is starting to write his legacy. He's about to make an impact because he's showing us like you can do it if you just put in the effort, you put in the dedication, but also you're not reinventing the wheel. I keep telling people, everybody can't sell clothes. Everybody can't. There's not that. I don't wear that many clothes in a week to buy your whole catalog. You see what I'm trying to say? Like I'm a sweatshirt, sweatpants, short type of guy. You know what I mean? If all my homies start selling clothes, I'm going to support you, but I can't buy everything all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, our culture got to stop reinventing the wheel with a lot of things that we're doing because it's a trend. Like everybody got a boutique. Everybody's selling wigs. Everybody's selling, you know what I'm saying? Like things and this, that. And that can get you recognized. But it's like, okay, 10 people's already doing it. What can you do different that's going to set you apart from them? Not saying like you can't make a hotter brand, but it's like, okay, how many sweatsuits can I wear? You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So my thing was like, shit, don't nobody own a vegan restaurant. I'm the first black-owned vegan restaurant. I'm the first black-owned bookshop coffee store. I'm the first black-owned coffee brand maker. So I'm like, listen, if I want to jump into entrepreneurship, I want to do my shit first.
Yeah.
I don't want to reinvent the wheel and come up with, the next hottest, culture sweatsuit. Like,
Yeah.
nah, that's cool.
That makes sense.
But clothes is a trend. Clothes is based off of popularity. How popular are you? Okay, there's 26,000 black people in Harrisburg. The buying power is really like 500. Okay, your demographic is really like 200. So you need 200 people to buy your outfit every time it drops. They're not really going to do that. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because their homeboy or homegirl already do that. So out of 26,000 people, only 200 is really going to support you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So who's your demographic? Who's your marketing? Who are you branding to? Because if you're in the urban athleisure wear, Harrisburg's not a big enough city for you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you went to Harrisburg High, everybody in Harrisburg High. You know what I'm saying? So that's like 200 people in our graduating class.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
that's your market base. That's your market base. The people you graduated high school with. That's not enough to really start a business. That's a flip. Okay, I'm gonna take this $1,000 and flip it to $2,000, but I'm gonna waste all this time on energy, creating, buying product, things like this and that. You need to be like, all right, listen, what do we need out here? Okay, can I learn a labor? Can I be there's a lot of grass out here. I can start a lawn business. There's a lot of trash out here. I can start a junk business. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rules out here, like plumbing, stuff like that. You need to be able to like, all right. And a lot of people, and the thing about being an entrepreneur, being a boss, is also delegating tasks to people. I can start a plumbing business, but I don't know how to fucking plumb. But I can hire 5 people that do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about making coffee, but I hired 4 people that knew how to make coffee, and now I got one of the best coffee shops in the city of Harrisburg.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? But I learned how to make coffee after and a little bit before opening a coffee shop. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
A lot of people think like, okay, I'm a boss, but I got to do everything. You don't really have to do everything. You can be like, no, listen, I own a plumbing business. My uncle plumb, my cousin plums, this and that. So you call me about my plumbing, I'm a subcontract out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I still own the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's different things you can do to make money other than reinventing the wheel. And like I said, I don't knock nobody, boutiques, salon, haircut, things like that. Those are needed. But it's like, this city's not big enough for everybody to be starting their own clothing brand and you know what I'm saying, and doing this and that. People need to understand, like, all right, listen, I need to figure out something that actually can sustain 6 months to a year, because everybody be like, oh, what about business credit? What about, you know what I'm saying, getting a DUNS number? Yeah, all that matters if you're open more than a year. You bought an LLC for your business and you close down within 3 months because everybody ain't buying your clothes no more. You see what I'm saying? Now you're talking about, where's business credit? Well, you can't get business credit without establishing that you have a legit business 6 months to a year or more. Listen, when I had House of Vegans, I couldn't get business credit. I was pulling in good money though, but they was like, you haven't been open a year yet. When you get open a year, come back and holler at us. So a lot of times, like, you can't just walk into these banks, and then also banks want stability too. Show me your income, show me your bank records for the last, 90 days at least. Show me a good track record over the last 90 days at least. And then we can talk about maybe, a $5K loan with a 30% interest on top of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that
That's
makes
fact,
sense.
bro.
You borrowing $5,000 to go buy more material, and then you giving them back $9,000 over the next 3 to 6 months. And you're like, damn, I could have just saved up $9,000 over the next 3 to 6 months instead of giving it back to this bank on this high ass loan. You know what I'm saying? Interest loan. So a lot of times, man, people don't understand that, like business, financial literacy, financial management, you know what I'm saying? Day-to-day operations and running, like employment and costs, like especially if you're in the food restaurant industry, food costs, operation and labor, customer service, things like that. Like, those is all stuff I learned within the last 9 months. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's real, man. That's real. Yeah, that's real, man.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you a lot of truth. People need to start watching like Earn Your Leisure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Black Wall Street, Black Trap Wall Street guy.
Yep.
Like these are people that's giving us free game. Like just check out their podcasts. And I sit back, like if you want to be a boss or a good boss, you have to emulate brands that are already recognized in that avenue. Like I want to be the Black Chick-fil-A. I want to be the Black Starbucks. And it's bad to say like, oh, we shouldn't aspire to be white brands, but these white brands are proven. These white brands have been open 30, 40 years. But in a lot of times too, these white brands are given the opportunity to fail. Black people aren't given the opportunity to fail. You see what I'm saying? We're not given the opportunity to fail. Like when House of Vegans was going down, I couldn't get the PPP loan. I couldn't get a loan from my friends. I couldn't get nothing. I was like, shit, I gotta kind of let my business go and then restart it down the road later. You see what I'm trying to say? So, and a lot of times, Black people as a whole, we don't like. You might mess up. Say you own a business. You might have one bad day or one bad customer experience. Oh, this is why I don't even come to Black spots. This is why I don't even support stuff like damn, he messed up one time. How many times have Klein Village McDonald's messed up your order, but you're still in the drive-through line? You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's real.
This one Black man, how many times McDonald's is the running ice cream machine being down for 30 years. That ice cream machine never worked for 30 years. But you still go check every March for that Shamrock Shake. You know what I'm thinking? Like, you know it don't work. But you're still in line for that Shamrock Shake every March. But you like, man, this is why I don't come to McDonald's. I'm going to go to the McDonald's across the street. Well, we don't got another Black cafe across the street on the other side of town. We got this one. Help me get better. Show me what I can do to make sure I can continue to get you back in my door as a customer. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be mean and critiquing me. You can be like, yo, listen, this is what I noticed. You know what I'm saying? This is what I like. Now, don't get me wrong, though. A lot of times people come in black and white. People got, Ruth Chris mentality with McDonald's dollar menu appetite. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, they be like, oh, I want the, 5-star service when I walk in everywhere. Well, like you really just came in here for a dollar menu. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real.
Like, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, berate my people or anybody, you know what I mean, for that much. But give people a chance to win your support. You know what I'm saying? Again, like, don't just write somebody off of one bad experience, because we don't write off McDonald's, and the McDonald's in Alaska could have kicked the Black woman in the head, but we still at the one in New York. So, like, give people a chance to win your loyalty back sometimes too in the Black community. So.
Nah, that's real, man. Listen, this brother giving out free game, man. He got game to give, man. So make sure y'all tune in what my brother's doing. I'm gonna put in the comments, the description section, all his social media platforms, everything y'all can follow him at. We got the verses after this, y'all. The Osby brothers. Right? It's on right now, yo. The Osby brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire. So make sure y'all tune into that. Bro, it's been a good time chatting with you, man. We gotta definitely listen. I be home in May actually, so I'm gonna hit you up when I come home.
Come through. Saturdays is the Good Brothers Day, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely come check you and Reg and y'all guys out, which is dope.
Get me some more, man. Like, listen, man. Like, a lot of good brothers is coming through. You feel what I'm saying? Like, every weekend, and once they find out we be doing like the Saturday thing, some people come back. But it depends on when you come. You might meet, you know what I'm saying, the next governor of Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
a fact.
How'd you know when you walked in there with Reggie, y'all would make a good, you know what I'm saying, good friendship? You met Blake. Like, it's a lot of great networking going on in the cafe. And that's why I be trying to tell people, you don't know who you're going to meet in this cafe that can, help you get to the next level, or just put you in the right direction to get to the next level. Like, just take a chance and come down there. Plus, it ain't a bad space. Like, it's really not a bad space. And we got the coffee. The coffee's
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, bro.
Like, give a dude a chance one time, you know what I'm saying, to win you over as a customer. So,
listen, make sure y'all go check my good brother out, Good Brothers Cafe. I'm going to post the address right here. This is another episode. We got my guy Jerry L. the Great on next week. which is going to be super dope. So I can't wait to have him on. We talking about everything, y'all. Y'all got to tune into that one. So again, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Y'all go check the verses out. And this is another episode of Uncut and Uncorked. Peace and love, everybody.